Okay, now we're going to add a background to this, and we're going to add a very stylized, simple background. The main focus of this assignment was to get you to use the brushes or brush to indicate form of an object with color. Okay, so the background is, we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. Okay, so let's make a background layer. Now over in the layers palette we have this background, but that's just the white background. We're going to make a color background. So we have the color layer that we've been working on selected. Select the photo layer underneath it and make a new layer. And let's call this BK color for background with color to differentiate it from the, the white background. Okay, so let me just choose the black paint here. Now remember, the pear is like we've used paint with the brushes with low transparency. So this is basically transparent. A lot of this is transparent. So if I have the background color layer selected, I'm within the pear. I'm just going to brush with black paint, and you see it messes up our painting. Okay, so we cannot paint directly behind the pear. Let me delete that. So here on BK color, you got the marching ants going. Click select inverse. Okay, or you can do Shift Command I or Shift Control I. So now the pear is protected and we can paint out here. Okay, so not that color though. I was just doing that to show you. Okay, so now background. We're going to do something really simple. I'm going to use this dark brown that I used in the pear painting, and I'm just going to like make a very simple and very stylized base. I wouldn't even call it a floor because it's not going to really be a floor. It's just something that has visual weight on the bottom of this, and as I stroke behind it, you are kind of making sort of a horizon line, so to speak. Okay. But I'm just gonna that's all I'm gonna do for the bottom of this. This brown color that I used has some green in it, which works out very nicely with the image I painted here. Okay, so now how am I gonna finish this background? Well, we used some red within there, which is a nice complement to the greens that we have going on. So let's choose that deep red that we had before, and this is what I'm going to do. My brush is at, my opacity is at 28%, my flow is at 47%, my brush size is at 60. I'm going to just make these like short, choppy strokes, and I don't overdo it and overwork it. Well, this is just me. You can do it. You have to find your own aesthetic and your own voice, but I like things that have like an organic textury quality to them and not overworked. So like if I can see some of the strokes or some of the white showing through it, that's okay. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting a lot of visual weight on the right side of this image, and I'm going to continue. I'm stroking from right to left here. My strategy is the right side of the pear over here is going to be darker. So I'm kind of making like this like textured gradient if that's the right one. Whoops, Command Z on that one. So I got this nice green at the bottom, this nice deep red up here, and I'm intentionally making it darker on this side over here on the right, because it looks cool. And the reason it looks cool is that our light source on our pear is coming in this way. Okay, the highlights over here, basically on the right side. Having like this darker background treatment on the same side as where the light source is coming from, it just gives it some drama, you know. And I'm intentionally keeping it all horizontal. I don't really know why. I could have made it all diagonal and made it different, but I mean, I just like the typically horizontal lines. You get like a feeling of stability and tranquility, and I thought that fits the subject matter. Okay, so I got this, pretty happy with this actually as far as the colors go. There's a nice green shade, tint, pardon me, there's a nice green hue at the bottom here, and it's I think this is working pretty good. I'm going to choose black, and I hardly ever use black, and I'm just going to like add some black underneath here, and I'm going to just the tiniest hint of black going this way here to kind of symbolize a shadow. It's not really a shadow because this really isn't a floor, and the background is not really a wall. This is just like a very highly stylized thing. So let me do a Command D to deselect to see what we got here. Now the edges of this in some places are really, really harsh and sharp. So you could go into the color layer again, and you could either, without the marching ants, you could like soften some of those edges. You can even use the eraser tool at very, very carefully to soften those edges. But this is okay for this exercise. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to save your file and upload it to Blackboard, because there's a specific thing I want you to do. All right, I'll see you in the next video.